The episode opens with Jason Gideon still dealing with the trauma of his previous encounter with a serial killer. Although he is back at work, it's clear that the experience continues to haunt him. Before he can fully settle back into his routine, a new case lands on the team's desk. Several suspicious fires have broken out at a university campus in Tempe, Arizona. For months, investigators believed they were dealing with an ordinary serial arsonist. But everything changes when one of the fires kills a student. Now the FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit is called in. The team quickly learns that fire investigations are unlike most criminal cases. Fire destroys evidence, witnesses are scarce, and every clue risks disappearing in smoke. That means profiling will be their most important weapon. Upon arriving at the campus, Gideon, Hotchner, Morgan, Reed, and L. begin examining the scenes of the fires. The unsub has been escalating. What started as property damage has evolved into murder. That tells the team the offender is becoming bolder and more dangerous. The investigators begin building an initial profile. Most serial arsonists are young males who use fire as a way of expressing anger, frustration, or power. Many have histories of rejection, loneliness, or family problems. The team believes they may be looking for someone who fits that pattern. But almost immediately, the case starts defying expectations. The killer isn't simply setting random fires. The fires appear carefully planned. Each one serves a purpose. Each one sends a message. Meanwhile, the unsub strikes again. Another fire erupts on campus, leading to another death. The BAU realizes they are no longer chasing a fire starter. They're chasing a serial killer who uses fire as a murder weapon. As the pressure increases, Gideon makes an unusual decision. Instead of hiding the investigation, he creates a hotline and encourages the killer to contact them directly. The team is skeptical, but Gideon understands something important about offenders like this. Many of them desperately want to be heard. Soon enough, the plan works. A strange message reaches investigators. The caller repeats what sounds like a single word. At first, the team believes the killer is saying a woman's name, but the meaning remains unclear. While the investigation continues, Dr. Reed notices something unusual in the evidence. The fires are connected by recurring patterns. Certain numbers appear repeatedly. Specific actions are repeated again and again. The behavior looks less like planning and more like compulsion. This becomes a turning point. Instead of profiling a traditional arsonist, the team begins exploring the possibility that the killer suffers from severe obsessive behavior. Every crime follows rituals. Every detail must be completed exactly the same way. If something interrupts the pattern, the killer becomes distressed. The BAU now believes that the fires are not merely acts of destruction, they are psychological necessities. The killer feels compelled to perform them. As investigators interview students and faculty, several suspects emerge. The campus is full of people with access to chemicals, laboratories, and isolated buildings. Many have knowledge of how to start fires, but none fit perfectly. Meanwhile, Gideon continues studying the strange message from the caller. Something about it bothers him. Eventually, he realizes everyone has been hearing it incorrectly. The word isn't a person's name at all. It's connected to a deeper belief system, a belief involving punishment, cleansing, and judgment. Suddenly, the profile shifts once again. The killer isn't motivated by revenge. The killer believes the fires serve a higher purpose. This revelation allows Reed to make another breakthrough. He discovers numerous connections involving the number 3. Dates, times, locations, actions. Everything revolves around the same pattern. The number isn't random. It's part of the killer's obsession. Now the BAU knows exactly what they're dealing with. An offender whose compulsions are controlling every aspect of the crimes. As they narrow down their suspect list, another shocking realization emerges. The killer may not be the young man everyone has been expecting. The team's assumptions have blinded them. Sometimes the most dangerous suspect is the one nobody notices. Looking back at interviews and evidence, Hotchner sees details everyone else missed. The unsub is actually a young woman connected to the university. Someone intelligent. Someone familiar with chemistry. Someone capable of creating sophisticated fire devices. And someone whose obsession has completely consumed her life. The team races to stop her before she can strike again, but they're already running out of time. The unsub has selected new victims. She traps several students inside a building and prepares another deadly fire. To her, this isn't murder, it's salvation. She believes she's helping them. That's what makes her so dangerous. In her mind, she is the hero. As the building becomes a death trap, BAU agents rush to the scene. Smoke spreads. Panic erupts. The trapped students realize they may not survive. Hotchner confronts the killer directly. Rather than treating her like a monster, he tries to understand her thinking. He speaks calmly. He challenges her beliefs. For a moment, it seems like she might surrender. But her obsession is too strong. She refuses to let go of her plan. When the situation turns critical, Hotchner is forced to act. The confrontation ends. The victims are rescued. The killer is stopped before she can claim more lives. Back on the BAU jet, the team reflects on another difficult case. The investigation demonstrated how dangerous untreated compulsions and delusions can become when combined with intelligence and opportunity. For Gideon, the case also marks another step in his recovery. Although he still struggles with the trauma of his past encounter, he proves once again why he remains one of the FBI's most effective profilers. The episode ends by returning to Gideon's earlier confrontation with the serial killer who nearly took his life. The audience finally sees how Gideon survived, not through force, but through his understanding of human psychology. By getting inside the killer's mind, Gideon found a way to turn the situation around and escape. And with that, another case closes. But for the BAU, every solved mystery only leads to the next criminal mind waiting in the shadows.